Hello again, everyone. Welcome back to Adventures in Arcane Space. Once again, I am your Dungeon Master, AuldDragon, and the players are...
Hi, I'm David Big Mac Shepherd. I play Braxon Miacc, who's a human fighter from an asteroid near Brow.
Hi, I'm Cape Sword. I play Darrakar Zakhan, a Minotaur from Brawl.
Hi everyone, I'm Dakami-sama and I play Solas Ebha, who is Half-Elven Cleric Mage of Ogma.
Hi, I'm Diamond Worm. I play Lankas Skipzaggle, and I am a gnome illusionist thief from Kryn.
Hello, everyone. I'm Zaylan Moda. I play Finnel'ar Mohani, a druid from Grayspace.
Hey there, I'm Zakhan. I play Lafdul Moonglade, an elven specialty priest and thief multiclass from Realm Space. His gimmick of being a fun person, a fun. I'm trying to think where I was going with this now. Yeah, that's what happens when you worship a mischief deity. They can follow your mind as you start to say things. His gimmick is coming up with fun titles every week. So his current title is the Breeding Vegetarian Bronco. So yeah, let's do Twitch chat.
And James is running slightly late. He'll be joining us shortly. For viewers who wish to give players a little bit of a boon in the game, 500 bits will get the player or dungeon master of their choice a reroll. Currently, Braxon has 1, Finn has 2, Ockar has 1, Lafdul has 1, Darrakar has 2, Solas has 2, Lankas has 2, I, the dungeon master, only have 9. So we left off last time. The party is currently in Grayspace. At Grilla. You have docked at the Elven port and are getting ready to leave, but we wanted to give it a session so that if there was anything that anyone wanted to do at the Elven port before leaving, then you'd have an opportunity to do so.
I'm just buying holy water since I have the opportunity to buy holy water.
Okay.
Buy 3 more. I have 10. Probably need more than 10, but...
It depends on what you want to do with the holy water.
I really should buy more than 10. Hang on. I'm doing the cost behind the game if people want to do other things.
Yeah, if anyone else wants to buy some, then Lafdul can go to an elven temple and get them some as well. But you'll have more opportunities to get some later if you want as well.
Yeah, I may regret it, but I can't think of anything I need. I've got this nagging sensation that I'll get into a fight and I'll be like, why didn't I buy A, B, and C? as I get level drained to death.
Yes. I mean, I would never do that to you. Never.
It's keeping the party at a killable level range.
The only thing making Ald hesitate to kill Braxon is the knowledge that I might come up with an even more annoying character.
We've already got a Tinker Gnome.
Hey, whoa.
I mean, you could Kender.
Yeah. I was about to say, he could play a Kender.
I can play a Kender, yeah. Awesome.
Yeah, I'm only the second most annoying character type. Thank you very much.
Let's be accurate here. All right, so you had located the successful aerostatic colony Mark II on your way to the Elven Nation, so you can easily find your way. Like you tracked where it was going, so it will not be difficult to find.
That's in Grilla, is it?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the same asteroid cluster.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot how many other things were in Grilla. I knew it was some other.
It's just a whole bunch of asteroids, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bunch of asteroid nations, basically.
And they don't charge. hopefully they don't charge an absolute fortune for docking there.
Um,
know.
we don't know.
Well, we can communicate by
I mean, it's a gnomish
signaling.
colony. It's a tinker gnome colony, so you might get charged double if you have an even number of rivets on your ship.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
It could be. It could be. Doesn't sound like anyone else has anything that they want to do at the Elven Port.
I doubt the elves have a alpha to sell.
A what?
Alpha.
Oh, alfalfa. Probably not.
We could have
that feed.
taken a cargo of that and delivered that to the colony. I think that would be something they would want to buy.
You might levy the docking fee. Like, yeah, that'll do.
I mean, if Lafdul wants to ask around, I can do a roll to see
I
if...
can see if
Yeah.
it's something you would have mentioned to me.
I mean, we do have encountered the Tinker Gnomes, and they were very keen on that stuff for their hamsters.
Is this a Tinker Gnome colony specifically?
Yes.
Alright. Yeah, I'll see if I can, ask around at a farmer's market.
Unfortunately, they do not have any alfalfa at this time.
How is it that the elves have no elf alpha?
Lafdul didn't ask, that's why.
That was good.
Minus 1 billion XP seal and mortar. All right, there we go.
I see no heckle bits. You got away with it.
All right, so you get back underway, leave from the Elven Port, and begin to make your way, tracking where the gnomish colony would have floated. It doesn't float very fast, so it doesn't. It just takes a number of hours to get to where they would be. And you approach. This is a large floating mass of metal and wood. There are giant propellers on one end, large hot air balloons rising up above it, and it just looks like a maze of metal and wood as you are approaching it. There are docks sticking out every which way, some of them even very close to the propellers. You decide to wisely avoid those. There are a number of gnomish sidewheelers and death glories docked thereabouts. And you do, as you do approach, you signal your intent to potentially land. Yeah, so this will be the same day. It just took a number of hours to get there. And
Solas makes the mental addendum on the name that successful aerostatic colony Mark II / until it isn't.
Pretty much.
well, I mean, successful aerostatic colony Mark I. It was successful for time.
Mm-hmm. Until it wasn't.
Exactly. So Braxon, what do you want to signal to them? Like, what do you?
Braxon would have spoken to our new Tinker Gnome friend to see what message we've got.
Well, if you want to get information about like specific people, you will need to
Yeah.
dock. This is
Yeah.
not a
Yeah.
small thing. Like this is. Lankas, you would estimate that there's 300 or more gnomes there,
Yeah.
minimum.
Mm.
Braxon would signal down. We got a passenger called Lankas, who's got a relative apparently on the colony, and we request a board and talk to someone about where his relative might be.
Okay, so they will signal back where you can dock, and the docking fees are 1 gold piece per ton per day.
Okay.
Oh, was it 70
Yeah.
for us, or
70 for you.
if we're going with a ship? Want to go in with a flare again?
Do you want to do that?
You'd have to have some people on the ship to communicate with, to know back and forth.
We've got another signaler.
Yeah, but also, like, this
No,
is a
but-
moving colony. Like, this is moving. You can't
Yeah.
orbit this. You
All
can't,
right.
you can't park your
It's-
ship in orbit around it, kind of thing.
Let's-
Solas,
Mm.
can you communicate with our ship?
I haven't memorized the spell for today.
Alright, never mind.
You should probably just dock.
Yeah. We'll stump up the 70 gold pieces. Shouldn't take us too long.
Okay.
The other thing will be we will tell our ship, wait for us, we'll be back, you know.
Did they ask for it in platinum?
It's however you
Well,
want
that's
to pay
good.
it.
No, it's because they're from Korea at one point.
You could pay with
mean steel?
just you could
Yeah.
pay with just copper coins if you wanted.
Yeah, I mean, like, that is a way to be kind of a jerk about some things, is to pay entirely in copper coins.
Yeah.
I have seen that done in real life.
Or to pay with a unit that's extravagantly high and demand change.
I mean, there was someone who wrote out a check on the skin of one of his pigs, like still living pig, and
Yeah.
the bank was forced to accept that because it had all the proper information on it, and he did it to be a jerk. All right, so you were directed to pull into one of the docks. And as you're doing so, you can see that it is heavily reinforced, like it is wood and metal. And getting closer, you can see like workshops and towers. There's even a large flat area that has been seeded with soil and grass, and there is a considerable herd of space hamsters munching away on the grass in that area.
Giant space hamsters or miniature giant space hamsters?
Well, you wouldn't be able to see them if they were miniature.
That's a good point.
Yeah. They're definitely
What?
giant space hamsters. Which specific type, that you'd need to get closer to tell. Probably not rather wild giant space hamsters, though.
Well,
And I doubt that these are the kind of hamsters that had bat wings and
the
Correct.
mutated ones.
Correct.
yeah.
Not mutated, not mutated, bred.
Domesticated.
I mean,
Yeah,
look, like,
accelerated
not so much.
evolution.
For every step forward, there must be 2 steps back, you know? That's just how technology works.
Do we
I
do we
think I'm on
have
the
to make a
technology.
morale check for our career upon visiting?
Is
Take
that-
a number.
is that the Paula Abdul giant space hamster?
No. Because that's for every 2 steps forward, there's 1 step back.
Yeah.
All right, so you bring your ship into the dock and tie it off. And as you are doing so, I had a... Where did I put this? Hold on a second. I had a list of questions that I was going to have them ask you.
Sorry, it conveniently disappeared. Just like my thought process, it just disappears sometimes.
Nope, there we go. All right. So upon tying your ship up to the docks, a gnome wearing a uniform. It's not a uniform that you recognize. It is obviously a local uniform to this colony, or maybe Gray Space or Grilla. Although Lankas, you can definitely pick up what it means. And this is a gnome of the Dockers Guild and shipwrights technology sector. So a gnome leading another group of clearly subordinate gnomes across to your vessel, and he speaks up, and he's carrying a large notepad, there are sheets of paper connected up with weird gadgets, like a book, but also you're not sure what other things on that do.
Like a file of facts.
Maybe. So he crosses over and says, "Welcome to the Techno Research Development Facility and University of Successful Aerostatic Colony Mark II. I am Harbor Master Agent Hemor Sanserdrelic," and he continues to read off his name for a bit before Braxon. You kind of clear your throat a little bit to indicate that you need him to move on with things.
Yeah.
And he gives you his shorter name of just Hemor, if you feel that you must use just such a shortened form. Please state your business and declare if you have any strange fruits, vegetables, livestock, pets, monsters, humanoids, dragons, hamsters, elementals, or oozes that could bring plagues, diseases, parasites, or otherwise harm the delicate balance of the aerolifter devices, or cause the hamsters to have uncontrollable flatulence.
We got a wolf, haven't we?
Yeah,
but it's not going on
offshore. Do we want to tell him about being a wolf? Braxon says, "Thank you for your warm welcome. We have people and animals on the ship, but not so much ones that carry strange diseases that infect giant space hamsters. We are looking for someone who can direct Lankas Skipzaggle to a member of his family."
Understood. We'll get to that in a moment. I will accept your answer as a no. Now, I have a series of cargo-related questions that I must ask of you before you are allowed to do any trading or any other mercantile-related activities here on Successful Aerostatic Colony Mark II. First, are you carrying any willow bark from Kislev?
Nope.
No.
No.
Are you carrying any Ginsel Garmer berries?
Nope.
No.
Are you carrying any boule scales from below?
Don't even know where that is. No.
Are you carrying any Paladin tattle apples?
Nope.
No.
Are you carrying any midnight sunflowers from Heartspace?
Nope.
No.
Are you carrying any Firestar flint from Forge Space?
Nope.
No.
Are you carrying any Gond eyeballs from Great Space?
No.
Nope.
And he has a series of questions to which you will respond no to all of them because you are not carrying any of those goods. And finally, are you carrying any alfalfa?
Nope.
No.
We looked at the Elven colony to see if they had any, because we know you tend to like that stuff.
Yes, that is disappointing. We could really have used some. Very well. You may, if you'll pay the docking fee now, 70 gold pieces.
Yeah. Braxon will pay 70 gold pieces.
Do we get a refill on our water, even though we probably don't need it? Is it complimentary?
No, they are not offering water service.
Ah.
Do you have any gnomish automated ship cleaner services?
Oh, yes, yes. In fact, we do. He mentions a gnome, a very long gnome, and so seeing that once you speak, he starts speaking like you two are speaking over each other, but completely understanding what each other are saying.
Yep.
Everyone else incredibly confused.
What about Braxon?
They're speaking too fast for you, Braxon.
Okay, fair enough.
Like they're speaking in Tinker Gnome, you can understand it, but you're
Pick
still
up on
very
words.
confused.
And his magic ring won't let him think faster.
No.
Okay, fair enough.
Because fun fact about Tinker Gnomes, they can hear and speak at the same time and process the information. And keep track of like this whole long string of dialogue. One gnome can ask a question, and another one is still speaking about something else and answers it later, and the other gnome will understand that answer and pick it up, and it is not confusing to them at all.
Yeah.
So Lankas, yes, there is automated ship cleaning services. Recently, there was a slight mishap involving a tradesman that underwent the services. It did kind of tear out half the hull, but these things happen.
Of course. Well, I will recommend it to to Braxton, but ultimately it's his ship to decide.
Braxton's going to decline the service.
Okay. So once that is taken care of, and Hemor will be, disappointed that you guys aren't interested in the automated ship cleaning service. It only occasionally mangles gnomes. He will quickly direct you to various locations that might be of interest to you. If you need supplies, if you need tools, hardware, that kind of thing. These are available. Supplies are more expensive because this is not an asteroid.
Yeah.
This is basically like a space station type thing.
Yeah.
So and so if you need any food or water or anything like that, the price is higher. However, you would pick up that if you need hardware, tools, things like that, they actually produce quite a bit of that, and it is slightly cheaper.
Yeah. Well, obviously our new visitor wants to look for his family. I guess. See, I don't know whether this is going to be goodbye or not goodbye.
Yeah, I don't know if we're gonna find him or yeah. Well, yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, actually, I will say if you're hesitant on that, yes, I think whatever happens, I expect to come back. I'm thinking of asking to join the crew, but
Well,
some
how long do you think you'll be? Because it costs us 70 gold pieces if we stay another day.
You
don't
think
know.
you'll be able? Well, yeah, you're not sure, but you should know how long you'll need.
Yeah.
Within a day.
Yeah.
I mean, within the day
Yeah.
that you've already paid.
Okay, so all right, we'll find out whether you're able to find him and come back and let us know.
Solas is going to be looking a few things.
I imagine they'd have a wizard area. No,
No.
illusionist or whatever.
Solas is going to be looking gifts for his friends in the party.
Oh,
Oh no!
He is going to look for tools like if they have a hammer that recites poetry.
Yeah, Braxton's gonna go look for special tools himself, to be honest.
So yeah,
I'm
I mean,
kind of
like
curious what kinds of guns they offer.
They're not going to have a whole lot of wheel locks or arquebuses. Partly because I can't remember if it's just Oerth or if it's all of Gray Space. Those things don't actually work.
I
In
think,
the
I think
Slayer.
it might just be
more
Oerth.
so.
I think it's just so Earth.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
But because of that,
I'm more-
demand for such things is lower in Gray Space.
yeah.
Might
But,
make them
the-
cheaper though.
the reason I'm asking though is because I'm curious what kinds of goofy gadgets they have that look like guns.
They do have some blunderbuss type things, which are much more prone to explosions than other wheel locks and arquebuses.
But
Basically,
yeah,
the only real commonly available smoke powder weapons are arquebuses and wheel lock pistols.
Knowing the Tinker Gnomes, they've probably got a spear gun, which is
Mhm.
a spear with a pistol tied to the end of it and a string tied to the trigger.
No, because it has to have some extra doodads on it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
so,
but
so,
I
so,
was I was thinking more like a joke weapon, but sure.
Well,
so-
first,
I'm sure you can find a wrist-mounted catapult that only has a 50% chance of
breaking
Oh,
your
cutting
wrist.
your
causing
wrist
you to
off?
lose an arm. Yeah, breaking your wrist.
So first of all, like if anyone needs like basic supplies that are of an engineering nature, tools, that kind of thing, you can get them here. If you want something crazier, you might have to think of it on your own and let me know what you want, and I'll let you know if it's available.
Do they
yeah,
sell any of their hamsters?
I have few things that I want to buy for my friends.
Well, primarily
And
they
I've-
sell Spaham.
Well,
And
the-
I have
the ki-
thought about the things that I want to be previously.
Go ahead, Cape Sword.
the kind of gag that I was thinking of was maybe something like a wheel lock that looks dangerous, looks like the real thing, but when you pull the trigger, a flag comes out saying "bang."
Oh, it reminds me of the Worms thing with the floppy gun. They start comparing each other's guns. I'll link it in chat.
I was
Um,
thinking more along the lines of a wheel lock that actually locks a wheel.
That's true. That's true. It's perfect for when you have to leave your cart and you don't want it stolen. You'll come back and find your space hamster has been stolen instead, but at least you still have your cart.
Yeah, I think Braxon would be looking specifically for magic items. I don't think there's going to be anything.
No, there's not going to be any magic
that
items.
yeah, and I don't think there's going to be any special sort of tools that can help him do what he wants to do.
Special
like a-
tools, no, but I mean,
Like
again,
a
like
ba-
carpentry
barnacle
tools.
buffer.
I'm sorry.
A barnacle buffer.
It would they would have things like that, but they would take up like a ton of cargo space.
yeah.
And have like a 5% chance to like do damage instead of help.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I wrote in the Roll20 chat what I'm looking.
That's gonna be something like not really available because again, you're talking about
Tinker
generally
Gnomes
like
let me down.
room-sized things. If you wanted things to do that.
Pity. Tinker Gnomes clearly haven't figured out how to miniaturize these things yet.
No, they don't. The
No,
thing
'cause-
is they
Go ahead.
they believe in that everything needs backups to make sure it functions properly, and even then the backups tend to get in the way. So
Yeah.
it ends up being. Then you have backups to fix those backups,
Right.
And then it just becomes this gigantic thing.
Right. And I mean, when you're producing a hammer that recites poetry, you might want some toast too.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna toast some bread and butter it and jam it for you. The jam does tend to get into the part that recites poetry, jamming that up, but these things happen. Which is why you have to add on the automatic jam cleaner.
Oh.
Specifically, I wanted the gem cutting tools that play notes to play the Windows error sound whenever there's a mistake in the gem cutting.
Oh, maybe the
terrible.
gun I'm thinking of when it's fired, you also hear a gnome's voice saying bang, 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 bang.
See, I was going to come up with a spell that sort of like whenever you swing your sword or weapon or something, it would make like an animal sound, like moo, as you could swing your sword. Lafdul's distracting sounds or something. That was like a brainchild, but I never went with it.
You can still do that.
Yeah.
All you got to do is write up the spell description.
I have been writing up spells, believe it or not.
Right.
I've got 2 written up so far.
So, Lankas, you take your leave from the ship and begin to ask around. And let's see. So you'll get some leads and head over to asking around the various guilds, and there's a lot of guilds on in a successful aerostatic colony Mark II. And after a couple hours of asking around, you do learn that a Zekkel, maybe your grandfather, maybe not, but a Zekkel was visiting the Mathematics Guild and the Mechanical Engineering Guild.
Okay.
So
I
you
will
make your
head
way
to
over.
that guild then.
I'm sorry?
I'll head to the guild then.
Okay. So it's 2 different guilds. Is there a particular one you want to check out first?
It was mathematics and engineering, you said?
It's Mathematics Guild, and then there's the Mechanical Engineering Guild.
Mechanical, okay. Mathematics first.
Okay. So you ask around there and finally find a gnome who did work with Zekkel, and from his description, it's definitely your grandfather. The gnome tells you that Zekkel was researching what he called his ultimate invention for inventing wondrous gnomish inventions, which, upon saying what it was, the gnome just shakes his head and says, it's a crazy, crazy idea. Why would anyone want to invent an invention to invent inventions when we can invent inventions ourselves? And that is so much fun.
I agree. I think, but he is family, and I have a duty to perform.
Oh, I was not saying that you shouldn't perform your duty by any means. It's just crazy. But you can't choose your family, correct? After all, my one of my cousins, twice removed, on my father's side, well, he was insistent that we should breed miniature giant space hamsters up to the size of Tyrannosaurus Rex. And really, why would you do that? You're supposed to make miniature giant space hamsters even more miniature. But anyway, I believe he was here studying. He was here for about 3 months, and that was about 9 months ago. As I understand it, he paid for passage to, it's not my job to name it, in the grinder.
Ah, okay. Okay. So he's no longer on Aerostatic Colony Mark II?
Correct.
Sorry, successful Aerostatic. I would have said the full name.
Yeah.
Okay.
but you do learn a little bit about what he was doing here. He was researching specifically the some functions for a device. Some of the gnomes you talk to get the impression that he may have a base of operations somewhere, someplace that he is building his invention to invent gnomish inventions.
Yep.
But they didn't get any clear idea of where it was. He wasn't here purchasing. He wasn't here to order things for it. He was here researching, theory and structure and things to integrate into his invention.
Okay. Unfortunate. Well, thank you for your time.
You're very welcome. Now that I have you here, though, and he begins to start talking about his own ideas and his own inventions and his own works, trying to get your opinion on it.
Oh, and at the same time, I will be telling him about my attempts at lens crafting and getting his opinion on it.
All right. So he will give you some ideas on, since this is the Mathematics Guild, on mathematically perfecting the the lens to get it exactly right. So it does give you some ideas.
Awesome. Okay. I'll swing by the Mechanical Engineering Guild, I assume they have kind of some of the same information. He was just here to research.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Mathematics Guild, you'll learn that he was researching on some theory elements on how to properly calculate out certain gearing structures and things like that. And then the Mechanical Engineering Guild, you will learn that he was learning about properly fabricating related elements that he was talking to the Mathematics Guild about. Gears, cogs, levers, pulleys, all that kind of thing. And in a very complex nature to it, you'll learn.
Yeah. Also, I forgot to write it down. It was on. It's not my job to name it. Is where he went next.
Yeah, in the grinder. And hold on, someone is at the door, and this is extremely rare. I apologize. I will be right back. Talk amongst yourselves.
That's the first time in 7 years he's had to go AFK.
Yeah.
Mid-session. That's a pretty impressive track record.
Hello, I arrived.
Hello.
Oh, it was you at the door.
Well,
Yes. Old doesn't need to go anywhere.
Yes, I have kidnapped Old.
Do you want to introduce yourself while Old's away?
Yes, I'm James. I play Ockar. Sorry, I'm late. I overslept.
Is that your character class, or?
I'm a paladin. Shut up.
He's
You're a paladin of shut up.
A paladin of shut up.
Is that like a 5e new elf?
The well-known deity.
I also have a bit of a struggle with oversleeping, so I know where you're coming from there.
I set an alarm on my phone, but I forgot to actually take my phone off of vibrate.
I'm wondering.
So it was a silent alarm.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. Trying to figure out how long we're gonna be. I'm looking at this map. We're gonna have like quite a few weeks to travel by the looks of it.
Yeah.
Before we get to Gensel.
Yeah, and that's
I might have time to get a spell out then.
Right. He said it was on Gensel, right?
Gensel is our next destination.
I
Wait,
don't remember where. It's not my job to name it. Was did you say Ginsel?
The
or-
grinder.
Grinder.
No,
Yeah,
you
he
said
said
the
that was in
grinder.
the grinder.
You said the
Yeah.
grinder. You're right.
But
Your
Kinsel is our
family's-
next destination.
Yeah, your family's in Ginso, right, Finn?
Yes, in Costapen specifically.
Alright, so that's where we're heading next.
And we have the cargo consignment for Ginsel.
Yeah.
I'm back. Sorry about that. Normally, like, it was they rang the doorbell twice, which to me indicated that it was,
Urgent.
well, not someone just like, not like UPS just dropping a package off, and it wasn't. But I took care of it.
Okay.
Fair enough.
It was a
Okay.
traveling Lego salesman.
It was not a salesman.
Buying
It
leather
was
jackets.
not like it was not crap. I'll put it that way. So, it wasn't like urgent or important or kind of thing, but it wasn't dumb. So at least it wasn't someone walking by. Buy your stuff or
like-
sign this petition.
Would you like this wonderful Lego insurance? You've got plenty of Legos that I can see from your doorway.
Yeah.
Probably should get
That will
insurance
be-
for it.
That would be funny if that was that. It was somebody
Yeah.
asking you to sign a petition about ham.
Oh yes. More ham. All right.
Would you sign our pickle band petition?
I would sign that. All right, so Lankas, is there anything else that you want to do here, or are you going to head back to the ship to discuss things with the crew?
I would probably buy supplies, but I don't have a lot of money as of right now because I haven't been taking the payment from the crew because I wouldn't have been hired yet. So, actually, wait. Can I just say I buy like 5 gold of supplies? 'Cause that's what I have.
Sure.
I'm not sure
and-
it even matters, but I feel like it's my character would.
I mean,
while I'm at a gnomish colony.
so the crew would have given you some, like, even though you weren't
Compensation.
formally part of the crew, you did participate in taking a pirate ship.
Yeah.
So
That's fair.
you would have been due part of the reward and part of the,
Okay.
the money that you got from that. So you should have some more money.
Okay. Because my thought was I was basically saying, oh no, I'm not part of the crew. So that's what I told the others. I was like, I'm not taking payment yet. But
Okay.
some payment, maybe, I don't know. But I'm not going to worry about it because of the books. So I'll figure it out later. But I don't want to screw things up now after I said that to them.
I mean, if you want, because you'll have money coming to you, I'm okay with you going, like, quote unquote, going into debt if there are some specific things that you want.
Not really. I'm just thinking like my character's like, oh, gnomish quality stuff. I need that.
Well, at the same time, like, I mean, if you think of things like in between this session and next as well.
That's fair.
So you're welcome to look through some equipment selections, and if there's anything that you do see, saying, hey, can I say that I bought this when we were there? Yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
But since you also have a lead to it's not my job to name it, you could.
That's fair. I can just plan to get stuff there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. I'll figure that out later then.
Okay.
And that's in the grinder, isn't it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. The grinder is the asteroid belt?
Yes. It's an asteroid shell. It's a sphere of asteroids.
Oh, right. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
the shell. It's the sphere. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So it's pretty big. But it's not my job to name it. Is the largest gnomish colony in the grinder, so it's well known enough.
Okay.
So like it is a major trade destination.
I mean, it's really not our name to name it.
Ah, gnomes.
Okay.
Go
We'll
ahead.
add that to the places. We'll add that to the places to go to. Lafdul, do you
I
want to try to sell any of our gems?
Sure, I can see if anyone want to buy any of our 5k gems.
I think I just took care of the last few, Eddie and the last few loot splits we got, because I forgot to do that until now.
So, they would definitely be interested in buying some gems. Let's see. Some members, some, like, you probably would have indicated to Lankas to, like, ask around as he was asking around. And then, like, direct you to people who are interested or direct them to the ship. So yeah, you can sell off, like, what kind of gems do you have again?
I mean, we've got the expensive ones.
Yeah,
but
that's
if
what they'd
not,
be interested in.
Oh, rubies, diamonds, and emeralds are the expensive, straight up expensive ones.
Okay, so you can sell 2 rubies and 2 diamonds.
2 rubies, 2 diamonds. I mean, we've got Anghammarands at like 500 each as well.
Yeah, no, but they're
want-
specifically interested in these, not for
2 diamonds, 2 rubies.
yeah, not for their intrinsic properties, but for what they can be done.
Are they being
used with in
sold?
terms of like optics and stuff like that?
They're being sold as the actual value, 5k, or are they being sold for less?
Yeah, they will buy those specifically at their full value because they're not looking to resell them. They're looking to use them.
All right, now 2 diamonds, 2.
Was the buyer a gastronomical gem cutting gardeners guild?
No. These were specifically optics related.
Yeah, my character focuses on like optics and chemicals. So
yeah,
my
specifically.
Basically,
go ahead.
Yeah. Oh, my character's life goal, because every gnome has a life goal that they're trying to work towards, is to create an object which can basically take pictures. But
you want to make a camera?
Yep. However, yeah, I've already started writing down ideas that my character will periodically make along the way that will be funny.
So, and basically, like, what they're looking for with these gems is to, capture their light properties. The properties that they have when light is projected through them. So that's why they're buying them at their full value.
All right, that's cool. Tell them we've got more if. I'll spiel out my shop on Brawl if you want to buy gems. Send an invoice that way.
They would be interested if you were a little closer.
I'll advertise that I'm getting an import out of one of these asteroids, Maybe I could send some returns.
Okay, so in general, like, the gnomes do manufacture tools, gears, nails, screws, all the things needed to make inventions of various sorts. So any of that anyone wants to purchase is going to be 75% cost. So if you do think of anything that you want to buy in that regard, between now and next session, or if you think of it now, that's fine. In terms of like complex devices, they're all going to be much too big and inefficient for you to actually consider them. Like,
do they have like a telescope, like what Ockar and Braxon have?
Yes.
You said about lenses.
Yes, you could get spy glasses here.
No, they've got spyglasses that are better than what Ockar.
Are they at 1k or are they more expensive or what?
Let me actually see if they have been enhanced.
They're super spy glasses. They're just microscopes.
Yeah.
Well, actually, so what I think they would have is that they'd have the components that other people would use to make them, actually, now that I think about it. Like the spyglasses that they would actually have would be mounted objects on for that they would be large objects mounted on the either your ship or a base or something like that. But if you wanted lenses kind of thing, they would have lenses.
So I could, in theory, buy a lens for a spyglass for someone to make down the road if I were to go down that route. But
yeah, but since
you just
unless you know
buy.
exactly what's necessary, you wouldn't know what lenses to buy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'll have to wait around.
In a weird way, you might want to ask Lankas at some point to make stuff for you.
You work with lenses, glass worker?
Yeah, my character does glass blowing. Glass blowing, and my character.
That's one proficiency we were lacking in the party, that and pottery making. Well, leatherworking as well, but
yeah, Lankas does have an interest in optics, so.
I thought Finn did leatherworking.
Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got hunting.
Was I thinking about somebody else then?
Finn
Yeldon, I think, did.
Yeldon had leatherworking.
Finn works with leather when it's still on the animal.
I don't think
That
that's the
could
same.
be taken.
Oh my god.
Finn could, if I remember correctly, Finn could do some basic things with leather with his hunting proficiency.
He can't make stuff, but he can harvest stuff, probably.
Well, he can make it so that it doesn't rot immediately away.
Yeah. Oh, money to split.
Don't worry too much about, we need this proficiency in the group, blah, blah. Yeah, it's not,
No, it's just something that we didn't have. Well, I was thinking about guessing it, and then I realized it was a wizard one. I did, 3 points to get it. I was like, no. Because it can also play into the gem cutting with glass gems as well, so...
I mean, because again, remember, you guys are primarily adventurers. That's how you make your money.
But there's a lot of downtime on a ship.
That's true.
Yeah, I know.
There is.
We're primarily adventurers. Just discard that one time I spent like half a year making full plate that I then gave away like years later.
I mean, it was flawed, so
It did get you out of that sphere. It served a purpose.
It was a very good piece of armor for a while until, even though it had the chance of shattering and getting me horribly killed.
Luck was on your side. Thank Loki. So, anyone?
Loki the god of luck?
I'm sorry?
Is Loki the god of luck?
Chance and stuff like that.
Oh my god.
So is there anything anyone else wants to do, including you, Lankas, here at the Gnomish port?
Yeah, besides the idea of getting gnomish supplies, no?
Okay.
That's the thing. Wait. Yeah, I don't think
No, I don't
own
have
glass
anything
blowing
serious.
supplies. I don't know. How does that work?
Well, you would need some place to heat up, melt the glass, melt the silica into glass and then blow it. Yeah. So
can't we technically melt sand or the stuff that makes glass in the
crucible? Yeah,
crucible
actually,
we have.
Show him it and experiment
actually,
with it. But...
Funny enough, I actually know a little bit about glass blowing because I've watched YouTube videos. You actually do need kind of like an open flame to constantly reheat the glass while you shape it. So.
So we can't just melt sand in the magic crucible.
Well, Lafdul just gets out his flaming dagger. Would this not work?
You could if you were basically making just a simple shape of glass, but if you want to do actual glass blowing, you have to reheat it constantly.
Okay.
Yeah.
You actually need to keep it within a very specific range of heat to make it it's actually very complicated.
Yeah,
Only in
so
Minecraft is that simple.
The thing that I would say is if you need to do something one very super basic minor thing,
marbles.
Then I might say, okay, yeah, you can kludge up something to do this on your ship. But in terms of like
What about glass rod?
actually glass blowing as a thing where you're making multiple different types of things of very specific structures, you need a workshop for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You could do things like lens polishing and such on the ship, but not
Yeah.
actual glass blowing.
Yeah, lens cutting is something you can do, but I'd have to prepare the glass elsewhere.
Mm-hmm. Or buy it. Buy something that you can
That's true. I could just buy the glass as well. Yeah.
Yeah, Lafdul does gem cutting all the time on the ship. I imagine lens cutting wouldn't be that much different.
Well,
Wow.
it would,
Because
but
glass is technically just like a crystallized carbon thing, right?
Lenses do need to be more refined because of the
Is
fact
it
that you
rock
can-
crystal?
No,
With, like, lead
I mean
and
you
stuff.
you can make lenses out of basically any clear gem, but you get the most control out of glass because it's
But glass is technically a gem, right?
no
glass jewelry and
no
stuff?
it's not because it doesn't have a crystalline structure.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's actually what makes
you
it good.
you can't really chip away on glass like Lafdul does with gem cutting.
Yeah. You have to
I've seen some
polish
people do
glass.
stuff. Does obsidian count? I've seen some people do chipping stuff with obsidian to make knives and stuff.
Right, but so the reason like
That's glass snapping.
yeah, so obsidian is a type of glass. When you cut gems, you're cutting a plane. You're basically causing the gem to crack along a molecular boundary kind of thing. That's why you get those smooth. You can get the smooth lines and stuff like that. Glass has no boundaries like that. That is why when you do chip glass, it never breaks. You know, it usually doesn't break evenly, and it'll like curve and stuff like that. But that's also why you can get extremely sharp edges from broken glass.
Okay.
At the risk
There are
of
ways to control how it breaks, and that's actually what glass cutting basically is controlling how it breaks more than controlling than like shaving it.
at the risk of derailing this glass conversation with some Dungeons and Dragons,
we should.
Sorry, everybody.
I have a brief question
Go
before
ahead.
you can get back to your glass afterwards. When you said about they got stuff at, was it 75% off or 75% normal price?
70%, 75% normal price.
75% normal price.
So 25% off.
So would that include things like nails and stuff that we would use for maintaining the ship?
Yeah.
Then probably Braxon should buy some of those. Normally that comes along with the wood, doesn't it, when we buy wood?
Yeah, like most of the like you have basic supplies when you so like the amount that I charge you for food, that's food and necessary supplies.
Oh right. Okay.
Yeah.
So that restocks you on nails and fittings like brass fittings and all the normal stuff that you need to just keep the ship in
that brings up something I should ask.
In running form. So like nails, like brass fittings, all that kind of thing. And that's why I say, like there is an option of getting like the bare minimum, which is like half price. You're getting less fresh food for the immediate future, and you're getting more of just the the cheaper hardtack and stuff to make hardtack and things like that. And then you're not getting any of the extra supplies, the basic nails and stuff like that.
Right, got ya. So what sort of price would that be for how much?
Since we can't buy really food from here.
I mean, you can buy food. It's just more expensive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
unless you're buying spam.
I wonder if any of it would involve meat from giant space hamsters.
Yeah, spaham.
I mean, spaham.
It's spaham.
I do need to ask Solas a question.
All right. First, before we do that, so Braxon, you've got enough supplies. So
We
while
have.
while
Oh,
it
okay.
is cheaper here, you don't have a need for more. And
All
and
right.
like next time you need to buy food, you're gonna get topped up. It's a little bit hard for me
Yeah.
to say what a good price
Fair
would
enough.
be.
Fair enough.
So that's kind of
Okay.
why I'm leaning more towards just like personal things that you may want.
Oh, okay. All right then. We'll let Ockar go, and I've got another question after that.
Okay.
So Solas,
Mm-hmm.
you have the sending spell, right?
Mm-hmm.
Are you keeping track of those copper tubes and wires that you need for that?
Yeah, because I need for every casting, I need basically the one version of the.
You buy loads of them cheap here,
Do you
actually.
Yeah,
do you have like a good number of those? Do I need
BRB.
to like buy materials to craft more for you?
I mean I have good amount for now, but I mean you could buy more if you want. It's not like the material is going to be wasted.
Oh, sending doesn't use up the material?
No, I mean if you buy, it's not like the material you buy is going to be wasted.
Okay, all I want in that case, all that I'd want to buy like material to make like sending stuff for Solas if we need to, the cylinders and the copper wire thing.
You buy a sheet of metal and just cut it up. Code forge it because it's copper,
Well-
isn't it?
Well, the
They
thing
might-
is that I would want like a sheet of copper to make the cups out of, and then like a spool of copper wire.
Did I give you a price for how much that cost?
You did back in the day, but I can't remember it.
I think that was for Lava, who had the spell originally.
Yeah, but the-
I was doing it for Leva back when we were lost in space. I
Right.
lost the price after years. But you did give me a price back then. I can't remember it, though.
All right. Then how are you, like, Solas? How are you handling the cost of that specific item, that spell component?
I looked up the price for copper wire and metal cylinders in the spells and option.
Okay. So then
that
it's
has the
just
material
that cost with a 25% discount.
Okay.
Yeah, and you might be able to get it pre-made
Copper
before you
cylinders at 8 gold each.
before you get too excited about making the stuff. You might be able to get pre-made stuff here.
Well, no,
And the
I was gonna
wires
do it. I was gonna make it. Oh wait, I actually do have it. I have 3 sheets of iron and 10 feet of copper wire in my inventory. I don't need to buy it then. So I can just make. I could still keep making the cups for you and the wire.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot I had that in my inventory. Never mind.
You get a thing of like copper, you can just like
You can't
Cut
cut.
it
You
in,
can't
yeah.
cut. You can't cut copper sheets into wire. You have to draw.
Yeah, no,
you have to draw the metal out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's what I meant.
I wanted, and even then, I don't. I only have a 9 in armor making, which is how I'd be doing this. I mean, a 9 for my roll when I'm
It's
doing armor, which is
mundane.
how I'm doing this, and
If you need wire, why don't you see if they actually have wire? Because they might have pre-made it.
I still have 10 feet of copper wire in my inventory. I'm still good.
10 feet.
Fair enough. I know. I just meant they might have like 50 foot of wire for really cheap.
Buy like a spool of thing, like I did in Cathan space. I bought linen for
Here-
like 500 gold when it was
Here,
probably worth
I'll-
about 50.
how much would it be if I wanted to get like 50 feet of copper wire?
So the way that I would do it is you'd be buying it in an amount to make X number of castings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds sensible.
So let's see.
It's like I still have my bolt of cloth linen that I haven't gone through because I just haven't been using the spell. So
Yeah, I'm just looking at something. All right, so brass or copper cylinders are 8 gold pieces each. and copper wire is 1 gold piece.
Yeah, does it say it needs copper or brass on the spell? I thought it was just cylinders.
It says 2 tiny cylinders, each with 1 open end, which I was using iron at the time for that. Just iron sheets so that I tear a piece off and then form that into a cup or a cylinder.
Yeah.
And then I attached the copper wire. That's how we were doing it then. That's why I have the iron sheets.
Yeah, and I'm not seeing a...
Because the spell doesn't specify the material of the cylinders.
No,
yeah,
it
it's
doesn't.
just a play on the cup and string, so
Right.
it's just whatever
And
appropriate cylinder.
The copper wire is a short piece. It's not a specified length.
So I will say that just making, like, getting
It could be like wooden cylinders from a shaped
so
wood. You
so
just make a
getting
bunch.
someone else to make that for you. Like if Solas were to just go into a metalworking shop and say, "Hey, I need these 2 cylinders connected by a wire," then that would be 17 gold pieces each.
Okay.
Standard price. For Ockar to do it himself, like just you get the materials and you put it together. I will say half that.
So 8.5.
Yeah, and then you can buy the materials to do that here at 75% of that.
Okay, so like a quarter?
And
3/4 of the
no,
cost.
75% of the 8.5 gold pieces. So
We'll simplify it to 6 gold, 3 silver.
Per sending device.
Yeah.
Or sending material. Okay.
And so you just decide how much you want to buy.
Okay.
And just make a note that you have enough metal and wire to make X number castings of sending.
It's not a spell that's commonly cast as well, so you don't need that much. I don't imagine like more than 50 is gonna.
But you can also use that same material for crafting something else if needed.
Okay, so I'll get enough material to make 6 sendings worth of 6 castings worth of sending materials for him. So that's 6 times 6. You said?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll have 6 sendings worth of material components for at least the materials to make that for Solas as we need it.
Okay. All right. Finn also wanted to do something before you guys leave, but he stepped away, I believe.
I do as well.
Okay. Lafdul?
I'm gonna see if I can do the equivalent of like a rumor check, finding out where gnomes are, talk about the Dark Star, see if I learn anything. Maybe they did some strange and unusual experiments in this anomaly.
Okay. Give me a charisma check.
Yeah. On the trial.
Okay, the
Reactions
gnomes
plus
here
3.
on Grilla don't know that much about it other than it's a dangerous space and they generally avoid it. Like, no one's thought of any reason to go there and to test anything because, like, it's a place where people disappear and that's not helpful to research.
Yeah, it's not like gnomes are suicidal.
Yeah.
What was the other thing?
Okay, fine.
They aren't.
Thing,
Technically, they aren't. They just...
No, technically they are not. But
is there a shearing shop for like when they or like a barber shop, but for their what do they call it? Their giant hamsters.
I don't.
I want
they don't
to
have
see if they got
wool.
any tools.
I mean, they have tools if you need tools.
Do they have any special tools? So, I'm going off on Daikami's suggestion, but Longbark is wolf.
I mean, if you want scissors, they've got scissors. If you want razors, they've got razors.
Like, yeah, want shears, they have shears.
Yeah.
Yeah, do they do anything special?
But-
Though? That's
but-
what I'm guessing.
Giant space hamsters don't have wool. They have
Oh.
fur. So, like, they're not going to have shears. They're not going to have sheep shears type thing.
Yeah. Do they have any teeth cleaning devices?
Toothbrushes.
So again, as I said, like if you want basic tools and supplies, they have that in spades. If you want like a device that's not listed in various equipment lists, that is a special device that does things, it is always going to be too complex and too large for you to reasonably consider.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's what I had in mind.
But if you do
I
want
think
any,
good
in Spells and Magic under models and miniatures, well, maybe not models and miniatures, but refined finished items and stuff like that, and certainly some models and miniatures in the spell components list from Spells and Magic, they're going to have those at
mirrors and stuff.
75% cost. So 25% off. And you just make a note of what you're buying. Like keep in mind that they don't have an unlimited supply of things, so like if, you probably wouldn't be able to buy 100 mirrors. But yeah, if you wanted 8 mirrors, they're going to have that. If you want to buy, 10 I don't know, 10 iron rods, yeah, they're going to have that. So you're welcome to look through those lists. And if there's a question, if you're not sure if they would have it, then definitely, ask. Like cloth and textiles are not going to be as common. But metal manufactured items and tools would. All right, Finn, you're back?
Yep.
Okay. What did you want?
So Finn was planning to go visit the space hamster farm
Okay.
and observe how well cared for they are.
Okay. So you make your way, wind through the alleyways and passageways leading to the farm. Periodically, you make a wrong turn and almost fall off someplace because while there are railings and banisters and things everywhere to keep you from falling off, some places don't have those. Seems like maybe they missed a spot or something like that. And of course, all the buildings are like this is all developed organically, haphazardly, and stuff like that. So it's definitely an interesting experience getting over to the farm. But the animals, let's see. Go ahead and give me a wisdom check. Okay. Yeah, they're well cared for. They're definitely loved by the gnomes who care for them. They're also, you can tell that they're definitely work animals. There are hamster wheels at various points along the way, running things. All the propellers are run by hamsters and hamster wheels. But they they are fed. You can tell a mixture of just the grass that's growing there. You can definitely tell that it's being fertilized with something that the gnomes are using to fertilize it, which does seem to increase the yield and growth of the grass. But they're fed with a mixture of just the grass that's growing there and like alfalfa and pellets of some kind. And as far as you can tell, there's no they're not mistreated. They're not kept in poor conditions.
And fed with the occasional Tinker Gnome.
I'm sorry?
And fed with the occasional Tinker Gnome.
Well, occasionally a Tinker Gnome will accidentally get put into a cheek pouch, but that's about it.
They're not being eaten. They're just going for a very sticky ride.
And just in the mouth, the hamsters spit them out again.
Some Tinker Gnomes find it fun.
But yeah, so you don't know the exact name of it, but you can tell that there is some sort of animal handling or livestock guild that does take care of them, and they are cared for. Gnomes love their space hamsters.
Finn would be interested in learning about the fertilizer.
Okay. So you have to keep, constantly getting one of the gnomes who you ask to slow down and speak in a manner that is possible for you to comprehend. Yeah. But it is a mixture of, like the feces of the giant space hamsters mixed with a variety of strange materials and sent through various processes that you don't really understand. Like, it's heavily, heavily processed.
Ah. Okay. Well, Finn will thank them for the information.
And they are more than happy to have discussed it with you.
And before leaving, he will grant a blessing of Obadiah on their field in the form of a plant growth spell.
Okay. Is that immediate, or does that just cause it to grow better over time?
Makes it grow better over a season.
Okay. All right.
The version I'm casting, anyway.
Okay. I figured that. I just wanted to make sure. So the gnomes are... They're not suspicious, but they are a mixture of thank you for this blessing that we really don't need, and obviously, like, you're doing something non-technological, so obviously why would anyone ever want to do it that way, but we appreciate the gesture. And
like, how adorable.
Definitely, well, no, not quite that, but it's more dismissive in a non-rude way, if that makes sense.
We gotta know better.
And you're also pretty sure that the effects of this they will attribute to their fertilizer.
That's fine. Finn knows what he's done.
And that's important.
Yeah. All right. Okay. Is there anything anyone else wants to do? Finn, making your way back. You get lost a couple times, almost fall again a couple times, and eventually
Finn's flying back.
Get back to your... Oh, you're going to fly back? Okay. It is still an adventure, navigating around various, belching clouds of smoke and steam that come up unexpectedly from various buildings.
This is how we learned that some Tinker Gnomes had jetpacks. So they can compete with the Flying Druid.
And there are occasionally things shot off into the sky, yes. You'll occasionally hear, a big bang and something launches off, and you have to, dodge some object that zips by you, and from down below you hear thermodynamics, or oops, things like that.
At least he can't fall this way.
I mean, you could if you got stunned. Good news is that you're outside of any kind of gravity, other than the gravity of the air colony. But you do make your way back to the ship successfully. All right, anything anyone else wants to do?
Yeah, me.
Yep, all right.
So if they've got supplies cheap, I'm wondering if they've also got anything like grape shot cheap, or if they've got any interesting types of ammo. Anything special?
I mean, grape shot can oftentimes just be debris.
Right.
Like, bent nails and stuff like that works great for grape shot.
Yeah. So would we normally make that ourselves out of scraps we've got over?
Yeah. You just kind of like, if you gave the order, then broken pieces of wood and broken crockery and bent nails and rusty nails and things like that are trash but not garbage, that if you threw at someone really hard would hurt them, then you'd collect them up into and either if you had a jettison, you'd keep it for potential jettison shot, keep it for potential grape shot. So you've got stuff of that nature already.
All right.
They do sell some special gnomish weapons like gnomish sweepers and things like that, though.
Not interested in actual weapons, just shot. Like if they've got anything, like one of those things they shake holy water out of. That's like a thing you fire.
Censure?
Yeah, like a censure, but like not open. That you would shoot at a ship full of undead.
Nothing that you would trust to work properly.
Okay. Fair enough. I thought it was worth a try. Big
Mac gave me an idea.
All right.
I'm just looking for something simple. Oh, do they have crossbow bolts?
Oh yeah. They'll like weapons and ammo, but those will be normal priced.
It's fine. Yeah. I'll get 20 of them then.
Okay.
You could have bought one with the rubber band on the back.
Yeah, but it needs a special crossbow to fire it. And then, of course, to make sure that when it rubber bands back, you need a big Pavis type protection that also comes with the crossbow, attached to the crossbow. And then, of course, to make sure that you can carry it and lift it, it has a special straps and pulley activated things to attach to your body. And eventually, you look kind of like a big ol' tank.
If you want a returning weapon, can't you just get like a boomerang? Those do it naturally.
Brax has already got a returning weapon. I was just kidding.
Yeah.
All right. I think I'm done. I don't know about everyone else.
Okay.
I mean, every weapon is returning if you're willing to walk and go grab it.
There is that.
So again, like if you guys think of any basic stuff between now and next session, you'll have had a opportunity. Like you can say that you came back, like you bought this while you were here, kind of thing. And Braxon, if you want to try to make something like that, you could launch out of a catapult to splash holy water on a ship or something like that. You can work with other people, the other players, and try to make something.
Yeah, I think Solas would be good at that sort of stuff.
Yeah, Lafdul's thought about putting holy water in his adamantine dagger and backstabbing with holy water.
Keep in mind that you can't actually backstab undead.
Yeah, I know, but it is more of a,
No, I know.
you know,
But you
it
could
doesn't do
put
the
the holy-
backstab damage, but it does the holy
Yep.
water damage.
Hey, I'm all for packing a few holy hand grenades.
Keep in mind that anything that you'd launch out of a catapult would require quite a bit of holy water, though.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like, it wouldn't just be
It'd be
one
expensive.
dose of holy water.
Yeah, it would basically be here's a bucket of holy water.
Kinda, yeah. There's a reason why that's not a common ammo type that you can purchase.
I mean, it's not like we're dealing with like ghost ships every day as well.
That's true.
Yeah.
If you had font of holy water, then you could make it, but those are extremely rare.
Yeah.
And usually they are kept in place, not to put on ship.
If we
Well,
go
once
to
they're attached to the ship.
Get a holy
If we
water
go to-
cannon.
yeah.
There are water cannons. You just get a holy water cannon.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So if there isn't anything anyone else wants to do, or anything else that anyone wants to ask about with the gnomes, you can get ready to set out again.
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think that getting to the port and then being at the port, you're only charged 1 day, but it's a total of 2 days. Leaving the elves and then getting here and then leaving and getting out of Grila's air envelope. That'll be 2 days in total.
Right.
And Lankas will ask to officially sign on to the ship at this point. I've got time to look around, and, well, after this job's done, I'm getting the itch for adventure again, so it'd be nice to sign on with a crew.
Sounds good.
So we already spent a day moving from Bonanza to Sunnybreen. So that's 3 days in total, is it?
Yeah, 2 days this session.
Yeah.
So, Lankas, you're gonna also make a request to eventually stop by. It's not my job to name it.
Yes.
Okay. And Braxon, you're okay with working that in at some point?
That was in the grinder. Yeah, we probably do that before we do Ockar's thing, in case we all die.
Well, it'd also be good to have a stop off before we make that final leg of the trip too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Yeah, I mean, I need to figure out exactly where it is. But it may be like because you also wanted to stop by Ceres.
Yeah.
The series is like one of our major destinations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe like don't commit to before or after yet.
Okay. Depends where it is, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
it could be anywhere in the entire sphere.
Yeah. Yeah. But it is going to be major trade destination, so it's going to be known and it's going to be like quote unquote easy to get to.
Actually, looking at it, you've put Ceres and the Dark Side on opposite sides of the grinder, so it should, in theory, be partway between the two.
Yeah, but it is also going to depend on like Ceres orbits in the plane of Earth. But the Dark Star does not.
Yeah. Was there anywhere else on Grilla that anybody wanted to go to? I don't think there was.
Not really.
Yeah.
I don't want to accidentally miss anyone. Okay, I guess we're heading for Jinsel then.
Okay.
While trying to avoid Bulka and Nibble.
I mean, each of these blocks is 4 days. Like, just because you enter the block doesn't mean that you're actually anywhere close to the worlds.
Fair
Fair
enough.
enough.
Shall I start moving the ship then?
Yes.
Sure.
I have a question about spell research.
Yep.
Specifically for me, because a lot of the plant sphere spells, they list them as for druid or for ranger. So I'm not allowed. It doesn't say
wouldn't-
restricted. It
you
says
certainly wouldn't get them automatically unless they're
this is what
very
I mean
appropriate to you.
by. All right, now obviously I couldn't get Druid's Decay because you said it's got druids in the name, so I assume that's a druid spell.
Yeah.
Even though it's plant. So something like Splinterwood, for example, because that's also plant, but it doesn't say. It just says very rare for druids.
Yeah,
I'm
so
just trying to get a feel.
I would need to look up the spell to know for sure, but if it's a pretty general spell,
It seems general. I mean, it just causes an object to explode.
Yeah.
If it's wooden, and the Druid's Decay. I thought, oh, that was kind of like I don't have any control over undead, but I could turn them to mulch. I thought that was a clever way around it, but I'm not. Can't get access to that. All right.
Yeah, like I would restrict Druid's Decay to priesthoods that have druids. Like I'd treat it as a specially granted spell.
So a priest of Rilithane or something.
Yeah.
For elves.
Yeah.
Alright, no, that's fine.
What
I'm
levels-
gonna do research on Sympathetic Magic 1.
Okay.
It's a 3rd level. So it'll allow me to locate someone and etc., which may actually be useful in what we're doing, but you know.
Okay.
I figured it was not 5th level, so 3rd level, the odds are I'll be able to get it before we're done with, you know, any major commitments.
So that's 6 weeks, right?
Yeah. And I obviously don't have a scroll.
So let's see.
Yeah, I was trying to get a feel for how much time we would have. Because I'm not planning on traveling with the party anywhere, because I've done my thing, as it were. I mean, other than when we're going to the Dark Star. I'll be on the ship for the most part. Unless someone needs me.
Yeah, so it'll take 42 days to research that spell.
Alright. How 42. How many is it per jump? Is it 5?
4 days per block.
4. And then when
Yeah,
we get to the inner sphere, it's
5 blocks per
on the
day.
inner?
There's 11 blocks from Grilla to Ginsel.
Yeah.
11 to 4.
So 44 days.
Yeah, well, it depends how lucky I am. It keeps going week on, week off.
I'm also conducting spell research.
Okay.
What, is yours in the same length as mine, or longer or shorter?
I'm researching a 3rd level spell, so it's going to be 6 weeks.
So the same amount.
Minus 6 days.
Oh, lucky you, because it's spell research. Oh, research. I mean, I might take that proficiency one, but was it the only one?
So it's 36 days that I need.
Okay.
All in together.
All right. So you set out and begin the journey towards Ginsel. Solas and Lafdul are going to be doing some spell research. So let's go through and find out what everyone else is going to be doing. Braxon, how about you?
I think it's been a while since we've done an inspection of the ship.
Okay.
So Braxon will be flying around on his fly.
So you'd probably want to wait until like halfway between Grilla and Ginsel, just because, like certainly while you were at the Gnomish port, it would have been fairly easy to give a cursory glance.
Yeah, I suppose so. Yeah.
At the hull, and halfway between does mean like you wouldn't have to do it again like after leaving Ginsel right away. Kind of
Yeah, all right, fair enough. Well, in that case, if there was anyone that wanted to do weapons training, or anything else Braxon could help with, he'd be doing that.
Yeah, I mean, there's always going to be some normal
Apparently
sparring that
someone's
people are going
rolling
to be
dice.
interested in.
Yeah, no, the spell. I was thinking
That's going to be
19.
Hold on.
1900.
Hold on. Let me finish with Braxon before you guys are jumping into other things. All right.
Well, it's just for our note keeping.
I understand that, but like you can roll the dice. That's fine. You can put a note in there saying what it's for, like in the.
Yeah, that's all I was gonna do.
I just mentioned it because Braxton started talking about it.
That's okay. I was just amused by it.
All right. So
Apparently, I rolled that wrong.
Braxton, anything else that you wanna be doing?
I can't think of anything. I'll probably think of something.
All right, that's fine.
There was no, I've read the guidebooks. I don't know.
I mean, this is an opportunity for you to try and do other things if there's something that you want, like if there's proficiencies that you want to learn or something like that. If you don't currently have anything, then you can just be like, I'm just going to be going about my normal tasks.
Yeah. I guess Braxton's going to be trying to study Bulka. Like, he doesn't know planetology, but he's going to be studying it and trying to see if he can figure any of that out, which he's not learning anytime soon.
So, potentially working your way towards planetology.
Eventually, yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't know if Glau's got planetology.
I don't believe he does.
Right.
I'd have to double check, but I don't think he does. I don't think that's something that I gave him.
Yeah.
But he's seen other worlds and stuff like that, so like you can be talking to him. Eventually, you might need to buy a book if you're really serious about it.
Yeah.
But you can wait until you're like a level away from actually gaining the proficiency slot that you would use on it, and it might be extra slots for you since you're a fighter.
It probably will be.
I'd have to double check.
All right, I'm done if the dicey people want to do their stuff.
All right, they're just calculating out how much it costs.
Okay. Should I move another 4 squares?
Not yet, because I want to get through everyone, find out what people are doing, and there is something that I have to mention for getting into that square. Darrakar, how about you?
Well, since Braxon mentioned combat practice, I wouldn't mind getting some practice in hand-to-hand and melee combat. And after that, to sit down with the books and study literacy.
Okay.
Oh, no.
All right. Solas is researching a spell. I mean, there are other people who...
That's perfect. I mean, Solas is going to hate himself.
There are other people who know how to read who can teach him to.
Besides, I already taught him while I was teaching the 2 escaped slaves the basics of, and now it's just self-study.
Or study with other people or something like that, yeah. I mean, it's fine. Okay.
Yeah.
How about you, Lankas?
So I'm probably working on my reading of Common.
Okay. Anything else that you want to work on?
Probably researching a spell, but I need to figure that out.
Okay. Do you have spellcraft?
I'm fairly certain I do.
Okay.
Let me double check.
Because that is necessary for spell research.
Yes, I have spellcraft.
Okay. If you want to take a quick look while I'm talking with other people, see if there's a spell that you want to research. It will be pretty
there's a few
quick.
that I had in mind, but I just need to remember which one it was.
Okay.
Do remember that it's not research if you are learning from the books we already have that has the spell.
Well, I'm now out of spell slots, so I think I have to research to learn more, right?
Yeah. If you've hit your max spells you can know per level, then yes, you have to research to get additional ones. Okay.
Yep.
And Ockar?
Actually, I just remembered what it is. Burning Hands. I want an attack spell.
Okay. All right.
Ockar is going to be studying the law books to try to work towards getting the law non-weapon proficiency.
Okay. All right. And how about you, Finn?
Finn would probably still be reading up on agriculture
Okay.
and practicing with the spear some more.
Is there anything that you want to do in preparation for literally coming home?
Not really, other than maybe clean my cloak and things like that.
Okay. All right. Just wanted to check. And how about you, Lafdul? Anything besides the spell research?
Maybe like an hour out of the rest of the day doing the statue. It's a very long-term project, that one.
Okay. Yeah, you're
It's
not.
a-
You'd basically just be doing little minor things like polishing something, bits up or something like that.
Yeah, it's being done in 3 parts. Because I had like a big chunk of it, so if it did break and I failed, I could just replace that section, as it were.
Okay.
At least, because it's made out of obsidian, it tends to not go too well.
Well, I mean, a lot of obsidian is more like, I mean, it's like working with glass, and like glass that's already been like a chunk of glass kind of thing. So it's a lot of polishing and carving and stuff like
Actually, can I actually work with obsidian? Because I have stone carving.
that. Yeah,
And I have gem cutting. It's similar
it's
enough
like
within
stone
the
carving.
2.
Okay.
It's basically a 3-segment part of like the Stellar Dragon, basically.
Yeah. So, Lankas, 1d10 to see how much it costs you to research the spell, and that'll be times 100. Okay, so 700 gold to research that spell.
Okay.
And it'll initially be 2 weeks.
Yes.
Okay. So, upon getting underway, after a day that will...
Question.
Yeah, sorry?
It was Burning Hand spell.
Yeah.
Would it speed up the research if I were to give a few hints since Solas knows the spell?
Not unless you guys have it on a scroll somewhere.
Okay.
Make a scroll, give it to him.
Would
Yeah.
research the scrolling.
Yeah, you don't have it on the scroll, do you? I was thinking that you might
No.
have.
Is this where we
I
have a
don't think
scene?
so. I don't think I have it on the scroll.
No,
Well, you have loads of
unfortunately,
scrolls,
like,
so.
at that point, like, anything that you could say is just, like, he's already at a point where he doesn't just grasp the spell. He needs to really work at it now.
Yeah.
So nothing you could do really will speed that up.
Okay.
Okay. So after a day, that is going to be a another pay period passing.
Mhm.
And then you can move the ship again, Braxon.
Have we?
Okay.
So has it been 8 days or?
No, it was 4. Like, there were 2 days in Grilla this session, which don't count. That's 4 days.
Yeah,
so you've been researching.
I've just
for
done 4
days.
days.
Yeah.
All right.
And now getting into this square, that's 8 days.
All right.
Yeah.
I'll mark it down as 8.
Okay. And in fact, so it's going to be
Ew.
2 weeks for Lankas. So you can start moving a little bit more. Braxon, the initial trip is going to be uneventful.
To where? The whole place?
Not quite yet. Let's see. So,
Go to Nibble.
get to here. Two squares.
2 more squares.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so Lankas, your initial chance to learn the spell is going to be now.
Okay.
And I need to refresh my memory on what that is. Basic success chance. Lafdul, do you remember if that's the same for wizards?
It's the same for both.
Okay.
And point of relevant ability score, that would be basically just my score.
Yeah, intelligence.
Yeah, if you are multi-class like me, it's intelligence for wizard and wisdom for cleric.
Sorry, what day are we at? We at 12 or for more than 12? 16 now.
Yeah,
There's
this is 16.
more. So I was dealing with something at the same time.
Okay, so it is going to take a bit longer for you to continue the research.
Okay.
It goes up by 10% each week.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what is the cost per extra week? Does it?
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean?
It
each week?
doesn't incur extra monetary cost. It's just time.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just time.
Basically, like I'm using the player's option spells and magic rules on this. The standard rules would basically be you roll a chance to learn, and if you fail it, you've spent all that money for nothing.
Okay.
Spells and magic means that you have a lower initial chance, but eventually you will hit a number where it's basically guaranteed. You can just keep researching, and eventually it'll be successful.
Yeah, you get a cumulative bonus for extra weeks you spent.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, every 2 blocks you'll be rolling again.
Okay, and every time it goes up by 10%. Well, what I'm asking about per week is it per week? So
it's per additional week.
Yeah.
Okay, so you spend 1 additional week after the. Okay, I see how that works. Okay.
Yeah. So next week it'll be 36. The week after it'll be 46. The week after 56. That kind of thing. And eventually you will succeed.
But whatever.
I think it might cap out, but I'm not sure. I'd have to look at that.
Yeah.
It's never happened.
I think it caps out on
like 95 or something.
Yeah, there is extra bit in there that DM may rule that if it's 99 or 100 that it could not be researched, but I think that's a bit.
I mean, if you spent several weeks and you constantly fail, they should be like that spell's just not.
No, it's if you roll at any point 99 or 100, it would.
Oh yeah, 99 or 100 would be just it's beyond you.
Yeah,
okay.
and
you have to wait for a new
I don't
level
think that's.
Is it you have to wait for a new level or is it never again?
A new level,
I guess.
Okay.
Oh, I did not know that.
It's optional extra rule in there.
Yeah. I mean, if I've already given you permission to know a spell, then I'm fine with you guys like throwing money and time at it to eventually be able to get it.
Yeah,
that's the only reason why we. It's a good investment while we're doing a lot of traveling. Spell research is that you get downtime to do it.
Yeah.
Also considering how expensive it is.
Yeah, normally I lucked out on the one though. I've had my fair share of expensive spells.
Okay, so Braxon, you can go ahead and move 2 blocks.
2 blocks. Okay.
So 8 more days. So we would be on 24th.
Yeah. And Lankas, you can roll again.
plus 10.
Right, 24 days. I'm completely blanking out every time you
Also,
say.
yeah, I put my level as 1 last time versus 2, so that was a typo. So that's why it's 37 instead of 36.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so you're actually getting, so it's 1% per experience level minus 2 times the spell level.
Mm-hmm.
So that's actually
And the spell level is 1.
right. So
2 times 1.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Understood. All right. So that is not a success. So you'll continue researching that. So Braxon, move 1 more, and you'll have another chance because it'll be 28 days.
It's nice when we're all on the same. I'm not starting from different points.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna roll it now. Still no. Oh wait, that's your
Yeah,
name, but still. It's still no.
Yeah, it's still a no, but it
Believe
would
me,
be up
I've
to
had my
40%.
fair share of waiting around for a spell, and I got up to like 50 or 60% before I got it.
Yep.
I
Okay.
can't wait until I have to start doing spell research.
I mean, you could start now if you have spellcraft.
You
I
got
know.
spellcraft.
I don't have the spellcraft non-weapon proficiency, but I can.
When you dual class, you'll get more proficiencies.
Yeah, when I dual class, I'll pick it up.
Yeah.
And
All right.
I'm not planning on researching while I'm a paladin because I
If you
don't.
can you?
Technically, they can't, but I'm open to it.
The main thing is that I don't plan to stick as a paladin, so.
Yeah. All right. So that is 28 days. So go ahead and move forward 1 more block, bypassing Gnibble.
Oh, look, we're flying behind it.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
we can't go straight through it. What could possibly go wrong?
There we
Don't you like slingshot past it?
Now you zipped in front of it.
Yeah.
One more block, and I can also see if I learn the spell.
I don't know if Jinsul's going to move clockwise or anti-clockwise, but
I don't think it's gonna move.
fair enough.
In this time frame, it moves 225 days. Yeah, I don't think you guys have been here long enough.
Fair enough.
And I'll move the inner worlds. Like since exactly where they are right now doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait until like a
Wait till
stopping
we're on the
point
map.
kind of thing.
Yeah. No, I was just like, Braxon will be able to take that into account either way. Go on.
All right. So that is going to be another pay period.
Oh, another paper. No, I couldn't remember what Solas was researching. I knew what Lankas was researching.
Oh yeah, check in the hole.
Yep.
Maybe not do that when we're right next to the nibble, in case we get attacked.
You're like, it would just be a day, and you're not right next to it. Like, you're anywhere from like
next to it.
2 days away.
We could have done it.
Thing.
We could have done it.
Yeah.
Just before, couldn't we? In the last 4 days or something.
I mean, you can do it at any point, basically. But
yeah,
roughly halfway is fine. All right, so go ahead and move another block.
Okay.
And I get my chance to learn.
And so does Lankas.
Not on the first try.
Okay.
Oh, I got it.
That is a success for you, Lankas.
Yay.
Oh, congratulations.
Wait.
He's got a spell that can incinerate the ship now, so it's all good.
Woohoo!
Ooh. Look, I mean, it's literally the only attack spell I can learn, so that's why I wanted to learn it.
I mean, you can get Chromatic Orb.
Oh, touch. You don't get necromancy.
Because that
one is also very expensive.
It is, and it's actually much better when you're higher levels.
Yes.
But it is a fun spell.
Yeah.
It's a ranged attack spell that you don't really have much of.
Yeah.
How much extra money does it cost each research period?
It's only the initial cost.
Oh, okay.
After that, it's just time. So go ahead and roll for the number of pages as well.
Okay. Hold on.
Just 1d6.
Calculation. Oh, okay. Right. 1d6 minus 1 plus spell level.
Yep.
4.
Okay, so 4 pages. All right, so now you have a Burning Hand spell. That, of course, you do have to get kind of close to enemies to use.
I mean, considering he
it's
was
not perfect,
backstabbing right from the get-go, and I was
That's
like,
true.
oh god, this guy's,
That's true.
well, very
I am
confident
half
to not
thief,
die.
so
Yeah.
I mean, I knew
It's-
it would
They
have
just
been.
face you, and they just swat you out of existence.
But, I mean, he does have more hit points being a multi-class thief, so...
Yeah. He was invisible at the time, so
Yeah.
it probably encouraged him.
Okay, so Braxon, you can move another block.
Okay.
What are we at? 32. 36, I mean.
This is 40.
40.
Yeah. 44 in
Ah.
total.
Mhm.
Okay. And on the third day of that
Yay.
travel, on
Uh-huh.
first shift, the third hour of it, you do drop out of spelljamming speed. So as a reminder, first shift is Nor, Finn, Ockar, and Solas.
Mm-hmm.
We have, me and Solas have our, not Solas, Arca have our apprentices on opposing shifts to our own.
I would think you would have them on the same shifts as you, just because they're your apprentices.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's how I considered it too.
Alright, no, that's fine. I didn't know, that was all.
Because they're your apprentices. You got to teach them stuff.
Yeah, no, it's,
Yeah.
I just couldn't remember. I think we were doing it for some reason a while back, and that's why I'm getting confused for some reason.
I think that was
we
when you were when you had the hammer ship and were running
Yeah.
skeleton
Yeah.
crews.
Yeah.
So, Ockar, the ship drops out of spelljamming speed, and a lookout calls out, "Ship astern, Captain!" Acting Captain.
I will get out my spyglass and take a look.
Okay. You see a large white ship, kind of looks like a swan.
Swan ship. I'll have the signaler signal the ship saying, "This is the blade out of Rila heading to Jinsel. Please identify yourself."
Okay. They're beginning to turn away from you, and they signal back. We are the Cirillali's Wings out of Hillborough in the Grinder, en route to Tarvin. And you'd know from your documents that is Ginsel. And they indicate that they are just simple traders.
I'll say, good. Peace be to you on your journeys, and then I'll have us leave them alone and continue on.
Okay. They signal back good sailing to you as well. So, both of you
Reminds
are
me of
actually
how-
going in roughly the same direction.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just basically like a coincidence of getting crossing paths kind of thing.
Yeah.
That super awkward thing where you say goodbye and then you start walking the same direction.
Yeah.
I'm trying to at
Pretty
least get us
much.
at least away from them enough so that we can break out of the tactical speed and go back into spell jamming speed.
Yeah. So once you do, you actually won't see them again until you get to Ginsel, actually, and they will likely both, you will both drop out probably fairly close together in orbit. But they're not going to Costapen, so they would be going to a different portion of Ginsel. So you might see them again there. Ockar, you would realize that that was probably crewed by halflings. Not just because of the type of ship it is, but like the name Hillborough and Cirillali, you've heard, is a halfling deity.
Oh, nice.
So
Good for them.
you mentioned it to Braxon on shift changeover, but since they were a trader and they had no interest in contact, like they didn't interact with you in any real way. You didn't wake them up, kind of thing.
Yeah. They're traders. They weren't trying to trade with us. They just wanted to keep going, so I didn't tell Braxton until he woke up.
Yeah, cool.
Okay.
I did think they were going to send a different message, though.
What?
I thought they were going to flash through the message. It's time for the break. We'll be back in 10 minutes.
That's true. It is. I actually was losing track of time.
I was waiting for you to do that, and I was disappointed.
It was just a trader. I didn't feel like.
But
like if it wasn't a trader,
thing.
I probably would have paid more attention to that. But you can go ahead and move one more block to Ginsel.
Okay, very well.
And I get my second roll.
Yeah, and Lafdul will get a roll as well.
Come on, first try. Da, 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 da.
Not with a 94.
Now I'm trying to remember whether we're supposed to be landing on the inside of Ginsel or the outside of Ginsel.
You are going to the inside.
Yeah, one side was really bad, wasn't it?
No.
No,
it's just it's the edges that are dangerous.
Oh.
One side is where Finn lives, and the other side is like the opposite side of the planet. Where Finn will go, thanks, yeah.
So you drop out of spelljamming speed to see this large crescent world before you, and you can see on you can see lakes and some rivers and seas on both the inside and the outside surfaces. And you can see, like, obviously there are areas dedicated to farmland and things like that. It is not as large as other worlds, so by the time you drop out, you can see a bit more, like some like faint roads and things like that, and locations of cities. And seeing this large crescent-shaped world before you is where we're going to call our break. So you guys can, everyone will be woken up and getting onto the same schedule and everything like that as you have an opportunity to decide where you want to go. Because you could, if you wanted to, go to one of the other ports first. Otherwise, you'd be, I'll assume that you'd be going to Costapen. But that will be after our break. Good time to stretch your legs, get something to eat or drink, and we will be back in about 10 minutes, everyone.
You mean good opportunity to take a bite?
I mean, yes, if you have a planet in front of you, you could take a bite. You could take a bite out of the planet.
Got a mooncake,
Yeah. You could take a bite out of a moon pie. And call it a planet. But we'll be back in about 10 minutes, everyone. See you shortly.
We'll see you then.
See ya.